And on this episode, we are actually being joined by a guest. They all the way from Sotra, you know. They say Southwest, That's what's up right now at the moment, So before I actually give them like the opportunity to jump in and let us know who they are, but I don't think Bad Boy Mo still needs an introduction because this is the second episode.
It's only the second episode, so I have to introduce myself.
They must know. So before I actually give them the platform to do so, let me just remind our viewers and listeners out there to actually hit that subscribe button on YouTube and follow button across our podcasting platforms. And please don't also forget to go and check out our exclusive community. We actually have a community of practical problem solvers, where different members from society are coming together to come and try to find practical solutions for the social challenges that exist within our communities without the political affiliations in SA. So Ziabuya, you can just go check it out at patreon.com/realtalkwithak.com. But apart from that, let me give my co-host the chance to actually jump in again. Like he said, ufunugus faga futhi. So, Betboymo, it's on you, man.
Thank you, man. Away, what's good, everybody? Man, I go by the name of Bad Boy Mo, all the way from Kagiso, aka Mr. Not Too Bad, aka the baddest in the planet. We already out here, you know what it is. Second episode, we going, man. We moving. Danko.
It's bad. So Queen, but you can use that one. It's also audible, so there's no need for exchanging a mic,
Yeah.
So
okay.
Can I just use that one?
Hi.
Because me. You have a lot of voice. Yeah.
So Miss Queen, the platform is yours, Let us introduce you to our Real Talkers community, our practical problem solvers community, and to the new viewers of the Western Cyphers. So the platform is yours.
Hello guys, my name is Queen Tweety, the one and only petite. I'm loyal. I'm from Mofolo Central. Mara Mkenza kahle. But Mkenza wenzani? Uyathethisa kashayo. So ngibuya lapha ikaslami vele I was born there, but ngamuvela eMfulo. And yeah, man, I'm a vocalist, I'm a promoter, I'm an influencer, you name it. Whatever lo ngicabanga ibheka. Everything, whatever nje busy. Thank you guys for having me.
Nah, it's an honor having you in the show. We're actually looking forward to having a dope, interesting conversation.
Yeah, thank you for coming through, man.
So let me kick off the episode by just asking you this question, for you, in the music industry, let's take it back to where it all started, where it all started. And I'm gonna start by asking you, what's the inspiration or reason behind the name Queen Tweety?
Okay.
Before we actually jump in the beginning, how it came to be.
Okay, Queen Tweety basically uphuma eMfulo. During lockdown, Bafit, as okay,
lockdown, it seems like a lot happened. Even this podcast was born during the lockdown.
Is a nice one. So during the lockdown, okay, I'm with my neighbors. So one guy was like to me, what am I gonna call myself? Because basically we are a studio, wanting to have the experience. I'm told, because obviously this is a kaya, we're doing nothing, so I might as well keep myself busy. I look and the excitement, so one guy was like, Tweety. Needs Tweety, why Mange? You just met so petite, man. You were that small yellow bird, smart, not forgetting smart. So that bird, so not. Oh, okay, yeah. Mara, I need something to juju rap. Nienze ilingani nam. So nga edu queen.
Nice.
So about Queen Tweety.
So where did the singing start?
The singing it started.
Which year? Take us back to the
primary. I was involved in school choirs.
Okay.
high school, same thing. And then for me to go to a studio, recorder, it all started in COVID.
Yeah.
Get locked down. When I decided to go to Mange, I'm up for it. And so Mange yeah, that makes me happy. You know, let me just try it out. Instead of manga, I should just take action.
Yeah. And I think that's what kills people in most cases.
Yeah.
Mizu, you know. So you just gotta go for it. So like, you know, like, okay. So far, like, how has like the journey been, you know? And like, you know, more to tell COVID, but when we look at like your bio and catalog, seems like you've been in the industry for a while. For a while.
Yeah.
So like, how has the journey been, you know, from events, performances, like the experience been for you, like?
Yo, the journey has been chassis. It's been a struggle, Buffett. It's never too easy. Yeah. It's never too hard. Like it's somewhere lap. It wasn't easy. It's still not easy. This thing is a journey. So sihlangabezana nama obstacles endleleni, and whereby ekugcineni kumele kubonakala ukuthi ustrong kangakanani wena as umuntu.
That's true.
So the journey, man, first time ngiye studio yabona mina obvious ngiye ngalento ukuthi no man, ngiyazi ngifunani, let me try it out and whatnot. And the guy was like, yo, how do you know all of these things? What do you mean all of these things? And I was like, you sing like a professional. Young tall. Like there's a lot of people yabona obashaya ngaphandle game nabo. And I mean, I didn't like as I'm using it as a kind of like man, phela ngizopusha mina. Na into bengibhekile ngifuna nje ukreacha igoal yami. Mina I knew what was my goal yabo, and bengigijimisa yona. Afika. So I was like, hey, when you can go places, blah 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 blah. But obviously I need to ngiyabaza abantu abasegamini ukuthi banjani. Mabafika bezwi talent, hey. Kiki.
And I feel like that's what's happening in the industry.
Kuba inkinga mfethu. Mina ngibangala ukuthi hawu bafethu kanti kusihle kanje. Amara fethu izinto ezikanje dala sihlangana nazo. I'll still move. Ngiyabona. Ngami. So it's not easy. But as long as when I was ukuthi ufuna uzitshelile ukuthi lento lengizoyenza.
So it runs in the family, the singing thing, because when we read your bio, you mentioned Kuti, your parents were like successful singers, both your mom and dad. So talk to us about that. Like, are they the ones who inspired you mostly?
Okay, HRD,
yeah.
Okay, my mom and dad. We were choiring.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So boy two be bacula. Okay. So ubaba pastor manje zayoni.
Wow.
So yabona.
That's cool.
Yabona shaya namabhisi lakho. Yabo. So yeah, ejardini kahle githi bekhonza. Yabo. Both dad and mom side. So sometimes masihlangene as a family sinokucula nanani yabo bazi ukuthi lo uyacula nalo uyacula yabo. So masinokushaya ingoma hayi siyazi ukuthi sibhekana kanjani and all that.
Okay, nice.
So yeah man, into yokucula isegazi ngasho ukuthi it runs yabo in the blood, right inside the veins uyabona. So yeah man, I think ikithi I talent likhona. Because nobona nalaba khula manje bayajavala abantwana lapha.
I know that.
Again, but yeah, injalo. I think if family nje lelo talent liningi futhi. Like liningi. Awuzazobona nje mang ngizobabona.
So like why ain't you a gospel singer?
Bensonta mela. Yeah, wow.
I wanted to ask what type of genre you do, yeah.
Minang versatile. Like I'm not limited to anything.
Even your bio says she did collapse nabo F-eezy. That's what I'm like. Yo, it's like she's been around for a while.
Yeah, I think ukuthi maybe mina bonakala ngazuthi ngisheshile. It's because of I put in the work. Like each and every day I wanted to make sure I can't just be sitting ngenze next.
And like when you love something,
passion.
It comes natural with that thing, you know.
So bekuba kanjalo ukuthi after la there should be plan B. I can't just plan a million as ukuthi. Yabo so bengihlala ngihlanganisa nalonto le. Imagine 2020 ngawo lo nyaka engiqale ngawo. Ukucula. We hosted an event. First event. Summer Splash and yaba success.
How was the attendance?
Abebalapha bazo ngizonibonisa amaviningene ku Facebook. Yeah, I think I posted.
Yeah.
So and mina ke ne bekule situation ukuthi because I was busy ngaphelelwa ivoice. Yaphela ivoice. Ngaka perform mafethu. Like yaphela ivoice like literally yaphela. Because we were running around and it hey ngapha teams are hey crash ngapha hey si busy sayihla senyuka same day event bekhane ngifaka amazipho bekhane ngithola isikhathi imagine emini ngo2 yaplakwa lapha I'm running around mfethu so that day ngasho ukuthi okay ngibonile nekugcola abantu nanana mara ngibone after ngama video with you
so it was a success
because
I know when you are planning an event, like, you know, attendance, it's something that always, like, stresses out you as a planner of event. Are people going to show up, you know, the number? Like, our previous guest, you heard him, was like, my first event, there was, like, 20 people inside the club, you know, such vibes. So, like, what would you tell someone who's actually about to enter, like, this whole event scenario, you know, like, they're about to start like venturing into the event planning industry, organizing events, you know, because we know there are challenges, you know, from booking artists. Issues are me.
When it comes to event planning, if imali bafethu ikhona ungazenzela kalula ubuza abantu go and pay nani, but if you don't have money, ziyakhala. Because like event lana nesiyenze on a low budget but we success luckily ukuthi lawo bantu laba they've hosted events before uyabona so we see team kahle they know abantu nami side lami ngiyaphusha phela lapha ngiyakhipha amalent ama flyers hamba sakhipha mfethu yaplaka we make sure ukuthi iWTT kumele ikhulume ngale event and it happened. Lave siyakhomba babuza ukuthi bafethu manje niyaza ngithi sihlangana nge5 ngithi salapha kuwe kanjalo nje and yo like being shocked.
So are they still happening like annually or
kumele vele ibe annual mara ngithi we are the times ukuthi what I've learned kahle it's focus on one thing and then mangabe uyabona ukuthi okay la sengiright like izinto izozela automatically because obviously ngiyafika excitement like ngiyabona ukuthi man I've been wanting this momentum yabo spirit is ning ufuna ukungena ngapha music ngapha ngiyangena event planning yabo izinto ezindala so manje mazoshaya ngapha nangapha kuba iflop because afika isikhathi whereby like uyakhathala just ask yourself and why kwenzeka so so you just have to stick to one thing uyenze masobona ukuthi ayabo manje right then uyabona ukuthi now I can handle this because angisahlangana phela nabantu endleleni
so is there anything you would like to ask or
I want to know
because we are moving.
I want to know before we move. I want to know something. You appeared on Soweto TV, right? A new show called Open Up. I was watching the performance this morning, and I think it's the second track where you remade or you sampled Brand. It's the first track, man.
Yeah, the first.
I want to know the name of the song, and I want to know
the inspiration.
Before the inspiration, like what did it take for you to make the decision to go after that huge song? You know, because like it's a huge song. What's the name?
Thola Madlozi.
It's available
considering the fact that ukukira ama-sample is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot
Like
of
how,
work.
you know, like how did you...
Ingoma yazi man mouse studio. Mouse studio it just flows man. Uyaflow nje kuphela. So yeah, Tobile was T-Pex was busy
As the
yes,
producer.
as the producer na. So lenta idlalile mina ngizwe ithola amadlozi. Ukuthi bengizwela into zami mina. And then ngavele yabona.
Oh, it's one of those moments.
Yaba kanjalo aba like hayi asishaye. Then that's how it started. Sashaya and the plus ke uBrenda fasi ngikhule bamdlala ekhaya.
Yeah. That's how I think
That's how we,
all of us.
Yeah. Yabona umuntu ngamazi obvious ekhaya yabona and then I think I'm inspired by legends.
yeah, it's deep.
Yeah. I think cause mangibona ukuthi hayi man lona mangithi ngiyabheka nalebeki legend. Mawuthi ingoma zabantu bani lemathosi yo naye. Yabona so ngagcine ngabona nami ukuthi hayi man
Even the
Tweetie.
track, in Abushe, it has that, old school kind of vibe, piano,
Yeah.
phakathi, like it takes you back, nyana,
Yeah.
like. So like that's dope,
Nah, it's dope,
like
man.
it's dope. Nah, you move it, like.
open up.
Yeah.
So like, as an artist, as a musician, so far, what has been like the biggest highlight in your career so far ever since you started? Like that one moment whereby you just sit back and be like, did I really do this? Me, like a kid from Mofolo,
Yes.
is this really me like doing this? Because I think as creatives we all have those moments whereby when you just sit back and you be like, okay,
Hey,
this,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the event, man. The first event. Because mustn't kill panzine, man. Feedback.
Yeah,
Doing.
Respect.
Yabo. So at first I'm like, man, maybe one man's nga. But mustn't bona ngamanye ama event ngiyabona ukuthi yo. Shuthi mina vele lento le bengifuna I achieved it but bengaboni. Until sengiphuma ngaphandle ngibona ama challenges wabanye abantu. Yabo.
yeah.
Ukuthi man, mina I managed. Wow. Wow. Angazi, it was my first time, but see, achieving as a team. You achieved it.
So like in terms of like the challenges like that you faced, what were like some of the challenges that you encountered during
Especially,
like the training?
especially because being a female in there.
Yeah, in the industry, being a female,
Yeah.
it's hard for abokele industry.
Yeah.
We all know it, like for them to tap in. It's either the amachita bafuna in sex in return
Yeah.
or something. There's always strings attached, like.
Something. Yeah.
I mean, like for sure, even like getting studio time, like there was a point where like, okay, Moko na that gents wanna take advantage.
Yeah.
Mina ngazi mhlawumbe ngidalwe ngendlela. Sometimes iyaba khona lonto leyo ubone ukuthi umuntu inhloso yakhe isob mara angayisho.
Yeah.
Nami ngibona ngithule ngimbhenge sibona uzophela lapha. Phela nje.
That's it.
Mangabe if maybe sekaba vocal ngayo bese ngiyambuyisa futhi yabo.
Yeah.
Rest.
Down.
So if this is what you're going to do because of this, hlala nento yakho. I know ukuthi I've prayed for this. I know uNkulunkulu ngizwile ngiyazi usaphi. Ngawe uyangibonisa ukuthi zikhona into eyenzakala kanje.
Yeah. Yeah.
Phela.
Nice.
It's like that. Yeah, I think kumele nje ibe kanjalo because ngiyazi vele hey.
Zabu industry.
Ziyakhala.
So you're jumping,
Yeah, like so. What on that? Finishing up on that.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to the young lady out there? who's trying to
Know
do
what
it?
you want and know your worth.
Yeah.
Know what you want and know your worth. Into mawifuna mfethu, there's no way ukuthi khona umuntu ongakuphazamisa. If you believe ukuthi I was meant for this, then you are definitely gonna get there.
Sure.
Don't use yourself for into obonayo ukuthi mase ufika lapho and then you are like, really? Yabo akumelanga nje ube nama regrets anjalo. If it happened then okay, sifunda ngendlela eningi ebantwini. Yabo, we're not gonna judge you as uNkulunkulu thina. So yeah, but nje.
That's profound.
Yeah, let's think, man.
But apart from that, you can join in on the conversation by using the hashtag the WESTRAND Music Cyphers. You know, you can join in on the conversation. You know, as Kubek on your conversation here too with our guest here. You know, so like I'm moving on. You know, I'm about to ask like one of those questions. You know, I think like in almost every interview they do ask it. You know, so like as an artist, you know. Like considering the experience you have, there are challenges you have encountered, and then there's also the good experiences, you know. If you were given like the opportunity to change something in the music industry, what would it be like?
Wow.
Because we know with the industry, there's a lot of stuff happening, you know.
There is. There is a lot.
From record labels.
It's hectic.
And the government man intervene kakhulu man arts and cultures. Like multi-bigger on other countries. Like labantu abasweli like njengathi ngapha yabo. So I don't know ukuthi government angayenza plan kanjani man because it's not easy. Yo labo ayazakhala. Zakali ku loudspeaker nje futhi yabo. So yeah, if like I don't know as artists angazi singayilwa kanjani kule ndawo le. Because we do need nje.
But I feel like as artists, you know, we should be at a point whereby okay, siyabona government is failing us, you know, like our leaders are failing us in terms of support. We should be pushing these things by ourselves, you know. That's why I always encourage like collaborations amongst the marketing, event planners, you network with artists. We start doing these things, you know, like ourselves, because our government has already proven that like it's failing us, you know. So instead, let's do it ourselves, you know. Like it's more like media. It's hard for us to enter media. That's why we start our podcast, you know, like sipushe site in izamukwenza zonke izinto, you know.
Yabo vele lento ukuthi kumele sisebenzisane. It is an idea, mara uyazi singabantu ngithi. Njobe ngisho ukuthi abanye abantu endleleni yakho they not mind ukuthi bafike nawe.
Yeah.
Yabo. So I believe ukuthi mina I prayed about it. Yabo ukuthi God awungihlanganise nje nabantu engazi ukuthi mabaze empilweni yami ngizofunda kubo bafunde kimi siqhubeke sephambili sebenzisana. Because ungathi uzama ukubaleka le kuvelele uthi yabo, so just pray about it and yeah, see where it takes you. I mean now umuntu uzobona into mayibhedela.
Yeah, that's true.
Siphushane
nje to know when to walk away, you know.
Yeah.
That's another thing. So like in terms of like the industry, you know, we know being an artist comes with like a pressure. You know, from having a magic suchologuchi from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, busy, and then up and Sunday, there's also that life, you know, like when you at home, you're not Queen Tweety. Yeah, bo. Endlini like so like how do you deal with like that pressure and how do you like balance everything, you know? How do you make everything work for you? Because Mange maybe ungangena phone call lethe sikufune Durban. And then maybe there was something you were supposed to do like
now you have to
It's all any challenge enkulu kabi vele engifisana nakakhulu nje futhi yabo, especially because of my mother.
Yeah.
Wow. So ngihlala nomama and my daughter nje phela mama
How old is she?
When's 4 October?
Oh, same month with me.
October's very young.
Yeah, so yeah.
You're October.
Yeah, you too.
Me too.
Is it? No, I am at 28. School. So yeah, kuba i-challenge vele ngithola because njoba usho ukuthi ngila manje and sometimes ngithola ama-calls ukuthi bethu yabo ama-last minute. Now I still have to explain ngini ukuthi so and obviously mama kusasa uyavuka kumele emsebenzini.
Yeah.
Yabo ngapha kumele ngithole umuntu uzosala naye ngapha kumele yabona.
So you are the only child in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
But then usisi wami akekho usedumbeni nani yabo, so it's just me, my mom, daughter. Manje There's no color.
Surely your mom understands, being she's from the music background and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes. I get to sometimes it has the industry uyahuluza shem ngamampela. Unokuthi uthi uyahamba ufike egigini izinto zingakambeli kahle. Yabo. Ngasa i-agreement ingasayo ngofana. Mawubuya yabona manje uyabuya, you've got nothing, awuphithanga nix nani yabona. And bese I think ukuthi maybe from a parent's perspective ukuthi like baba worried angithola as umntana ukuthi no man, you can't just be going out, you're not making money for yourself, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
I think
that's a problem. Yeah.
So obviously now masoyibheka uba like I can't be yes mawuqala struggle uyasithola nanani, but as time goes by njengoba ngisho ukuthi you now know ukuthi ngubani ufunani nani, so clear and so ayazi indaba yakho. Then that's what we do time man. Kumele ngibalance la. Angisamani nje ngihambe nje ngiyifaka noma ngihlombe cha.
Stay in your lane.
Yes.
Dango.
Yeah, that's plenty, you know. So like mina nyahamba, you know, like I love asking questions, you know, like and you know, even my viewers yeah, because like this is a platform where we get to know more about like our artists, you know. True. Because like in most cases platforms that are there, they are not focusing on like ama artists emakazana or like in the local scenes, you know. They are focusing on those huge names, you know. So like this is the platform where we get to know like people who basjayivisa, you know. Sometimes you call a match like for sure now we are Abushe ike yadlala grooving, you know. You are there like whose track is this, you know. So like this is the platform where we get to know more about you know, like so like for you like as an artist, what has been like your biggest performance? The biggest crowd, like you say, with yabona laba ngabajayivisa bangifila like now. Kusho ukuthi nawo mawehle stage, you know, you were there like I killed this one, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've been checking out like your social media platforms. Ngiyabona ukuthi yaku busy in terms of bookings, like you're moving around, you know. So which one has it been, and like also which one was like your worst performance, you know? So I think you can start maybe with the worst and then we'll move to the good, you know.
The worst. Do I have the worst? Yeah, the worst. No, I don't think. Yeah.
I thought the way you paused, I don't think you have like any performance you consider to be like the worst.
The worst? No, not as yet. No, not really.
So.
Yes, kunokuba nama. But man, in the hands of mangfika lapha stage, man, I just need to do my thing. Nano mangathi maybe mic because it's no kwenzeka ukuthi mic or intambo ithini yabona ngishiya phansi ngiqhubeka nalento engenzayo. I think maybe into engasho ukuthi kuyayenzeka leyo yabo ngithi into intambo uphelele ngifuna ke crowd nangikhona shi mic ngayenza into engenzayo nabo ukuthi sibani because izongibhayizisa lento leyo. I just need to get interact kahle crowd. And I think nase quick cafe, like I had fun there, hey, like I had fun, and people had fun too.
Yeah.
Because after that, you need to come join us. So yeah, I had fun there actually. Plus being MC again up.
So you also have MC skills.
Yeah.
Busy.
I'm MC and all that. So just as a foot 27.
So
I'll be in MC there.
So right now I would actually like us to move to like your upcoming album. On your bio you mentioned that you actually have like an album, you're working on something like Impilo, ne?
Yeah.
So like what's the inspiration behind that, and what are we supposed to expect as like,
and how does one get a feature?
I'll let y'all discuss. Yeah.
Okay. Impilo, I mean, I think yes, Kulumela.
Yeah.
Maybe obviously, Mapum EPH Impilo. You think, oh, I life, I want to shy gile wa shy gas funuguzwa.
I life yanyisa.
Yeah, well, so yeah, it's all that, man. It's just about life. Yabon kuluma. like trying to relate to people actually. Because sometimes nokwenzeka ukuthi ngibhale ingoma enjanjani ngazimiselanga.
That happens.
Yabo. Yeah, ngibe nje ngisestudio ngizwe beat ihamba ngikuthole sengibhala nami sengibhala yabo. Yeah, so I think it happens naturally, man. But mangifeel ukuthi you know what, now I think I need to tell my story. And khona abantu who can't speak for themselves.
That's true.
So I'll be their voice.
Deep.
So yeah, it's all about that. Because nokwenzeka masikhula singabantu, there are things that we can't talk about, yabo. Because maybe we feel I don't know, ashamed or yabo ntonyana ezinjalo kanti you're not alone. Sikhala sibaningi.
The problem, we live in a judgmental society.
Yeah,
you know?
yabo. So sikhala sibaningi.
So
yeah,
in terms of
my
sound, what is this album taking the direction with the sound?
Anathi selimpopo, Pitori, kind of vibe, mara mix nyana nekasi. Yabo. So nje kuso kuhlanga cocktail.
It's a mixture.
Hlangene nje, yabo. But it's so nice, like it's i-album yempilo man. Yabo.
I'm looking forward to it.
Uzobona nje featured. Oh, I'm featuring actually the real Kamo.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's just few people in it nje. Nabo Bayo. That guy Banyana Banyana champion track.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. So yeah, he's one of those. Yeah, it's still gonna be busy. Ngisayicederela, so khona abanye abantu nabo basazongena. Just keep on.
When should we expect it? You know? When should we expect
end of this month or first week of September?
First week of September.
Yeah, latest.
You know, so before I ask this, and do you have like a question, Mange, like or anything before like?
Not really.
Okay.
For now.
So like,
just go ahead and shoot me.
You know, like we still like go industry in general. You know, like when it comes to bookings, you mentioned something like, sometimes you feel like my event. Isn't that Sakulunya the very same way how they were arranged with okay, we're gonna give you maybe 2K or 3K layer or such next. So like what will you suggest as we do as like artists, you know, because this is something that's happening, especially for local artists, you know. Because I even know some artists who once went to perform in Pitori, and then when they were supposed to come back, no transport to Lolo, Babalandi, Balanda after the event. The event organizer, you know, they were stranded. We had to leave like the wood and go there. But right now they are big, you know. Isn't the
deposit?
Like, you know.
And down to deposit, yes, is a seven.
That's the best way.
Deposit, J. I want to make things easy, to make your life easy.
So when as an artist, what are your rates for bookings, you know? Because I know maybe someone up there right now, you know, Peggy, and is gonna go check out like your catalog there on the digital streaming platforms and then
it speaks for itself. Years of jail, I guess when in those of millions and just text. Because most of us fans color
that's true.
Do you have a manager?
No.
Or you just doing everything by yourself?
Yeah, with the help of obviously some other people like it. Yes.
That's dope.
That's spirit.
Yeah, I'm not no. Let me just do it myself.
Okay, let me just ask this last question, like, you know, before we actually take like a short break, you know, we'll take a short break and then come back after it, you know. You know, like, as artists, you know, we believe that our craft actually like tells stories in society, you know, like you said, they represent something, you know, like. So, as I can so good when, like, you're diverse when it comes to music, like, you know. But I just want to find out, Uguchi, when you are writing a song, what do you mainly focus on? Like, what kind of stories do you want, like, your music to portray in society, you know? Because you know, but music has the power to heal, to connect people, you know, all those things, you know.
Facts.
So like, when you're sitting down and be like, okay, I'm writing a track now. What's like, into iba ehamba pagat, like, okay, now I want like my music to tell like this story, like, yeah.
Yes, that's number one. Need to tell a story to give people hope.
Yeah.
To heal. And at the same time I want people to have fun. So that's why like ingakhethi ukuthi ngizohlala kule genre le. So I ngifuna ukwenza konke, like I just want to give you all, like everything nje.
So there's a high chance. So there's a high chance ukuthi singakuzwa maybe beating the song in future.
Yeah, angithi yabona njengoba ngisho ukuthi kuyona le album le kule single le ingikhusele esinye style lesiya yabo. So yeah, khona phela la bantu laba engisebenza nabo recently abale Limpopo side nani.
Yeah, I know. They are representing. My tribe is representing.
Yabo Limpopo Pitori side. So amabhithi akhona amanye awafani nawangaphi Soweto.
Yeah.
Yabo so I jump in as long as nje ibhithi ngil understand alikhuluma nami nami ngikhuluma naye. Phela.
Right. Mr. Mo, is there anything you would like to add on, you know, before we
I just want to say that you're a dope artist, fully, and I think lento ukuthi you're a dope female artist is overrated now. Like you should leave the female out. You're a dope artist overall. Yeah.
Thank you.
So shout out. Shout out to you.
Thank you.
Shout out.
It's been interesting conversations, you know, so we'll just take a quick break, you know, and then we'll come back after the short break. But apart from no, you could have just stood up and been like, yo, I need the bathroom. But apart from that, it's been dope, you know, it's been interesting, you know, getting to have you on the show, you know, like getting to know more about your craft and everything you're doing. And for our viewers out there, please don't forget to click that subscribe button below there on YouTube and that follow button there by Spotify. And you can also follow us on our social media platforms. It's at The People's Podcast. If you want to follow me, AK, as the host, you can just search for Agani, AK, you know, I'll pop up there. I'm everywhere, in fact, you know, like with this podcast, you know. So apart from that, we'll be back after the short break. Thank you. So yeah.
Some things are crazy. They just wanna go to the toilet. We're gonna cut that one out. You're gonna cut that one out.
You know, that's why I'm like, she could have even been like, yo, can we just take a break? I need to use like the bathroom, you know.
I need to have one conversation floor, so I'm full of
it. Right.
Also, you
have to cut that one out.
You know, like this platform, it's all about, it's for her like to connect with like also her fan, like her audience, you know, like.
I see you can try and.
It's a class, you know, for the kiddie.
Me rupa isso.
And we are back again, guys, from our short break. Yes, that was a quick one. But apart from that, we are still continuing with the conversations. And you know, we still have our guest, Miss Queen Tweety, in the studio. You know, like it's been like some dope, vibey conversations as we get to know more about her. And but just don't forget to go and check out our exclusive community once again there by Patreon. You know, it's patreon.com/realtalkwithak. So just visit it and you'll find everything. Even the podcast merchandise is there. You know, there are a lot of benefits, from discounts to tickets for events, you know, that we are hosting. And we are hosting on the 23rd of October. We're actually hosting a soul and poetry sessions. And September Heritage Day, we are also hosting, you know, the Umbo Heritage Day event, you know. So the tickets are available at Web Tickets. You can just visit Web Tickets and just check out Umbo Heritage Day events at 50 Rand prices, you know. But apart from that, let's dive in back to the conversations, you know. So, like, before I start asking questions again, you know, like, before I start asking questions again, you know.
Okay.
Let me afford you like the platform as an artist, you know, just to like talk with like our viewers, you know, like just share anything, you know, like a freestyle, you know, no questions, just you being you talking, like ugo abona mabakubeka ku platform and be like, okay, just tell like your audience something, you know, like about the industry, what's happening, you know, what to expect from you, such vibes, you know. So I'll give you the platform to do so.
Anything, but yeah, anything. Anything, yeah. I don't know, man. You mentioned something about the industry. How was it, Nana? Okay, aside in Lam, I believe with each and every person who's going after their dreams has their own challenges. So mina on this, whether ule industry or guphi, I believe we face the same challenges. So guti see overcome kanjani, yabona ukuthi how to act upon it. So kule industry, man, you are gonna uzokhubuluza nje obasho usibu. So yeah, man, you don't give up. Don't give up. Izokushaya. Kabuhlungu yabo. And I believe ukuthi no for me means next opportunity. Yabo, or next one. Yabo, this thing is called the law of average. So every no will lead you to that yes. When you just need to pay attention.
Shot that like horny people.
No, man, it's like that, man. Wherever you are, industry. Never give up. If we are born with this is where I should be, and you are happy there, because it's baningi we got the sevens, but we're not happy.
Yeah, that's true.
No maskola.
We have people making up in the morning.
Kule industry le lasas khona ukuthi ziyakhala kabuhlungu yabo, but we're still there because of the passion and the love. So that's why being told know what you want.
So like when personally, what will you say in your life like has been like the biggest challenge, you know, with you like doing everything you're currently doing, you know, you're juggling being a musician, a mother, being a child to your parents, you know,
all of those.
And you also have like fans out there with all of these expectations, because like as artists we all have like a public image to maintain at the end of the day, you know. So like for you, what has been like the biggest challenge so far, you know, like when now emotionally, like, you know, yeah, this was a mountain, you know, this was like yeah, it was almost like your breaking
balancing
point. Yeah,
balancing everything, because uzongena kule industry you never know ukuthi iminyango ivuleka nini yabo yonke, because makuvuleka la good manje you need to yabo, and especially masoba more involved kuba nezinto eziningi ezivelayo yabo, and awufuna ukuzincisha opportunity because you wanna know, you wanna learn yabo. Uyayifuna, yes, uyayifuna growth, and at the same time ekhaya lento oyibonayo abayiboni bona. Yes, they might understand ukuthi wenzani, but ngeke bayibone the way when ubona ngakhona, and you're the only person.
I think we all relate.
Yeah, angeke bayibone ngalendlela le yabo. So if you just believe in yourself, ukuthi yazi ningizofika, prove them wrong yabo, nakanjani. So the biggest challenge was balancing nje yonke lonto le,
finding balance to make everything work.
Yabo, but until now so ilandelela so kuzelela ukuthi guys, I know ukuthi yeah, ngifisela ukuhle nani, but as in mawuhlala endaweni yakho,
yeah,
people get used to it.
Stick to the script.
Yeah, stick to it. Ubona ukuthi they are forced amaraz. Mara sengizothini ngoba ngiyabona ukuthi la. Phela nje. They'll get used to it. Do not give up.
So like in the next 5 years,
Yeah.
where do you see yourself as an artist? You know, like what's the
Overseas.
vision? What's the vision? Like where do you wanna be? Like
Goals.
yeah.
Mina I want ngasho ukuthi maybe bengidalelwe ukuthi ube umuntu otravelayo. I've been wanting to travel the world nani yabo, because in South Africa at least yabona ngibekile inyawo yabo in each province yabo fun. And I still want to go out, man, yabo, like and explore yabo. I'll never know, man. Yazi, once you step into this, you never know ukuthi like the next step ngeke wazi ukuthi ngakuvulela ini yabo. Maybe now ungagcina realize something you never knew about yourself. Mawuzongena lapho uthi kanti ungazi ukwenza into kanje, if only bengalandelanga le direction bengingizofika. So I want to grow in this. I want to learn yabo, find a better way of still ukukhuluma nabantu and just talk to people, man. Like yes ngikhulele esontweni, so I believe in ndabeni ukuthi you can preach through music.
Absolutely, that's true. Even like the book of Peace Alliance is basically music. Those entire scriptures.
Yeah. So
It's true.
just to talk to people, man. Ngiyazi zinokhala lapha ngaphandle. So the pain, I know it, so I wouldn't
And I
want
feel like,
anyone ukuthi afike lapho.
I feel like with like the current music that's trending in the industry, that's something we are drifting away from in most cases, you know, because like most artists, majority of artists abakhona ku-industry bacula ngegroove, like, you know, groove,
Yeah.
lifestyle, you know, like
And that's so overrated, bro.
So kumela yini piano.
not even piano, even like with hip hop or like it's still the same.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you know, like it's only few artists that are still like in touch with their craft, you know, like where you get them, like, you know, when you are listening to a track and you are connecting there, you know, like.
Yeah.
So Mr. Mo,
Yeah,
the platform is yours, Chief, to jump in, you know.
yes, thank you. I want to jump in. Thank you very much, sir.
Because I see like you've been quiet, you've been quiet.
Now I'm listening, man. I'm just listening to how she answers all the questions and how you taking on questions too. But it's cool. I just
How am I, bro?
Nah, it's just that you ask everything that I wanted to ask.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Kamela phambili.
Yeah. But let me ask you this. Okay, I had a question for you. If you could go back then and give your 18-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Konje was I? What? Yeah. If only I would have opened up then. Yeah. If only I would have opened up then. But looking at how my journey has been, I don't regret anything. I believe I was supposed to be there at that time, so that I will get an awakening and understand more about myself and what I want.
Sure.
Yeah.
After all, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Into nezizathu yabo ubona after isikhathi, oh, so this had to happen. Oh, then you be cool and then you get over it ukhohle nokuthi hey yabo. So yeah, if only, but still kusase right. Kulungile.
Sekulungile ngeke kusaba. You know, we need to get rid of that mentality yokuthi one day ngizopop. Spopa manje, you know, like, you know, when you keep on saying one day, this is a manifestation. One day becomes one day. You know? It's another, you know. So like, for you, and as an artist, like, okay, like, without the music, who's Sibongile, you know, like, Ilanga like Sibongile, how does it look like when, like, there's no music happening, you know, like, what does she do for, like, leisure, you know, those good times, because I know like our craft sometimes it's tiring, you know, you just need that break to cool off and be like, you know what, this week in just phone of one on the mic or just hear someone talking about beats, you know.
Man, Sibongile, I'm very simple. Like, okay, I love my own space. Ne? At the same time, my circle is very small. So if I'm not alone, ginalabo bantu labo, or with my daughter, if I'm not doing anything that has nothing to do with work. So ngikiti, just yabona ngiyarebuta. Yabo, then again I spend time with abantu abaseduze nami, yabo. So yeah, it's just like that. I'm just simple, man. Yeah, it's like that.
Simple, simple and easy.
I'm just with my friends. Maybe we can go out. Maybe abona. Yeah, ngaleso sikhathi nakhona, because what I do is tiring at times. So I don't have to be in the same environment.
Does your daughter know her mom is a star?
Mntana makasali yazi sokuthi manje usecrash manje studio ngihamba naye nayafika mama
she's been cool.
Yeah, so sekajwayele
That's nice.
We did say it here on it runs in the film.
asekajwayele shemayi
Confirmed.
ngihamba naye.
So is there anything that you will still like to ask Mr. Mo?
Nope.
Or you good to go, you good to go, you good to go. So like, what are we expecting from you like in the next upcoming few months, you know? December is around the corner, you know, like it's full of music, you know, like
But the album is coming.
Yeah, it's me. An album is coming.
In
Some
years.
music videos are coming, obviously.
yeah.
So music is coming, guys. Yes, music is definitely coming. Then probably again next day sing a Kalla Mange host.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was also planning launch, but I'll let you know guys about that. Be on the lookout nje look and follow nje yabo ngizongitshela nje. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah.
So like, you know, we spoke about something during our conversation here, and it was unity and collaboration in the industry,
Yeah.
you know. If like you were given like that opportunity and you are given the budget, everything, to be like, okay, do something for like the local industry. Hlanganisa ama artist, you know. What will that be, you know, for you like?
Hamna ngawahlanganisa like yo ngawahlanganisa kakhulu futhi because I know the struggle, guys. Ngiyasazi struggle labo sokudinga izinto yabo mawungazibantu futhi usasemusha oh kuba inkinga hayi so ngabahlanganisa mina abaningi futhi siphushe lento futhi yo baningi badinga abahlanganisa.
Because you hosted a successful event before, so
Yeah, so I can nje ngikene imali kenya challenge kabona ngikene imali so iphusha lento le yabo.
So like when you sent your bio, you also mentioned something like a collab that you did with F-eezy. How was like that whole experience, you know, considering ukuthi like you're still fresh in the game and now you're like in studio, you're like with this person who's been there, you know, like he has even influenced generation of amajita abafahlakiwe because of amajita, some of them emakazana, you know, like
it's hectic.
so like how was that experience in general? Because we saw the collaborations, they were with it like yo.
It's a long list.
Man, F-eezy, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Grand nje abo like khulumisa wonke umuntu lapha e-studio ke plus khuluma yena qala yakhuluma. But yeah man, he's a cool dude man. Yo right grand abo, and especially ne knowing music wakhe and knowing him ungazibuza uthile kwena usuke kwenzakalani la ngawe.
It's more like abo ma7
hey we are fine na ma7 okay mabahlangene ke yenye into ke leyo thuleyo mabahlangene nje yabo because noma 7 nobuzu because uma 7 he was actually inspired by F-eezy.
Yeah.
Ihlala isho lento lathi yazi
He even
umuntu kahle
uploaded the
kahle
picture this morning.
yeah, the profile
Giving him
picture F-eezy,
flowers.
yeah. So he was like, yazi bafethu kahle kahle nali ntona le engifake le ngqondo le nani uye kahle kahle ungenza ukuthi ngingene esipanini ngithushe nani manje ke F-eezy ngithune influence.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are influence abantu nabo baya influenceke and then he's just writing nje like creative, like is a storyteller.
Yeah.
Lo muntu lo ya mangazimamela kahle ingoma zakhe.
Yeah.
He's a storyteller kakhulu, uyabhala umntana.
Khona nabo
Uyabhala.
yeah, some of the tracks konje yabo nondindwane abomntana sekhaya usiphathe abo emthila my bad you know, but apart from yeah, like the catalog you know, mina ngicava like, you know, those early days, you know, yeah. You know, yeah, hizo la matric club wasibasela, you know, in the early days umaskhulekazi, you know, coming up, you know.
Yeah.
So like for wena personally now, you know, like you mentioned Uma7 Anyeti, you know, F-eezy being his inspiration.
Yes.
But before we get to like the question that I wanted to ask now,
Okay.
I want to know more about like what was the inspiration behind the track that you did with like F-eezy, you know, Babaga Sniper, you know, like those projects, you know, like what was the inspiration behind them? How did that come to be, like finding yourself in studio and all about, you know, just chilling with my vibes, you know? Because, you know, it's usually hard to get like into studio sessions with like well-established artists in the industry, you know. Because like you said, Kona Banyana, but once they are there, like back there and you with that, when I got to the looks of people, she's a blow me and Mange.
Very well. So njoba ngishilo ne Allen ukuthi lo muntu ebengisebenza na teams appro. That was my first producer. So obviously lo muntu kudala se gaming. Yabo, maybe the reason why benizwa ikwayitonyana because of la bekadlala kwaito. Beyasebenza nami bakudala, like yo bakudala. So e-studio bekusanda ukufika nje ama-artists nawo F-eezy plus F-eezy na yeah ungithole ngise-studio vele.
Yeah.
Njengoba ngihlale ngiya everyday studio. So ungithole lapho, and then because of the producer man, he was so excited about his band nokuthi yobafethu ngidlalelani la in nani yabo. Yeah. Like bekakhuthe nami bekangikhuthaza. Yabo besikhuthazana kahle kahle. Yabo, so why ithi makadlala itrack ayi obviously abazisa ku-easy nani yeza ke hayi obviously bazospana bona e-studio bazele session vele. And F-eezy was like hayi nangi nayo sister uzovela jump in and like okay.
So you were just put on the spotlight like
yeah, hayi nayo uzongena njalo. Oh okay. And then yeah,
sayenza.
Yabona man sinokudlala sishama ama-track maybe you know man studio vibe ukuthi sinjani afake i-beat.
And then
I shy and yeah, it came out nice. It was nice. We were having fun. I think maybe we were journey nam was more about the industry and different because abantu about different apha studio hip hop quite gospel.
Is it where you also met the dudes about Abushe Paris?
No, those no, those umngani ngasiswami.
Okay.
Yes, tagged me. Ulindi on Facebook. Ku post Q Mark. Yabo ukuthi ufuna vocalist nani no chances what. That was before Paris. Mina again nga okay amanamba ngamngena okay mfethu yini usibongile so. No, send me a video nani okay ngashoota khona le ngicula angisazi ngicule but I auditioned Q
on a
so yes okay
that's
so I shoot a video nani was like oh okay cool no when can you come nje la ngafika so I guess to do safika and then Savane session and that's where was akhuluma ke ukuthi I'm gonna drop soon ngidala nani but ngicela nimamele nizwe uqala ukuthi njani yabo because I went there with my friend uVuyo into engihlale ngihamba naye nje vele So safika lapho sipheris yo and my friend yo like bekafuna ukukhala bekanamaglazi emehlweni. I'm telling you before it was out, man, yo afuna like we fell in love with the track immediately. Siceda ukuyizwa we were like yo le ngoma le umngane wami bekayifuna sethi abathi ngiyacela athi never imeli phumi. That's never kumele iphumi and sayimela iphumi. Then that's when nge watch ukuthi music video so then yeah, since then nje yeah
everything has been happening.
Yeah, since from then nje yeah. Namanje nje we're still cool.
Are you working?
So like this is the question that I wanted to get to earlier on,
Yeah.
Which like in the industry for you, who has been like your biggest inspiration, your role model, that person like you just look up and be like, okay, once my music gets to this point, then I'll consider myself to be like, yeah, in the industry I've made it, my footprint is there, because you mentioned Uguti like Umaseben was inspired by F-eezy, so like when who inspired you to be like, okay, now I have to get real with my craft. I need to take this thing serious, because I know Uguti like the potential is there. It's just waiting on me. Because I know Uguti in life, we do all like need that push sometimes, to make things happen.
Njobe ngishilo ukuthi I am inspired more by I'm a legend.
Yeah.
So bese ngifuna ukuzibona ngikuleyo level yawo. Uthi yabo mangila ngenzi nanoma ngathiwa sengina 60 something but my music still plays. So that leyo and nakhona I inspired myself. I was inspired by myself. Futhi. Yabo. With the view to the way push on a corner, like I had that inspiration in me as well. Cause since I was a kid, I used to yo man cool. That's not manga figure. Plus gay guitar in mameli gospel cool. So Rebecca Malupi like mamalo has number one thing. Yeah, but cause ingoma zakhe she tells a story esikhathini esiningi yabo. So like yo namanga yenza so mara ngendlela yami yabo nani ngapha mawuthi uyabheka like I got inspired by it. Legends nje wazi ukuthi ayile music kwakhe even not today.
So like who has been like your biggest supporter so far, like this person Mauti, hey, I'm going to gig, they are here. Mauti, yo, I need this, they are here. I need funds maybe to go to Mpumalanga, hey, they gig. Ulalo muntu, like who has been like that person, like like just give them their flowers if
no, there are people who always been behind me.
Yeah.
The brainer.
Yeah, we have the brainer instead. It's being quiet. I've been thinking that is gonna jump in, but it's just quiet, bro.
So yeah, it's him.
Yeah.
And Joe having mentioned my friend Vuyo and nabantu engihlangana nabo man these days. Yeah. But Gamu has helped yabona.
Yeah.
There are people, man. Sandile. Bakhona guys. Nakhona abekho ngasho ukuthi abantu abasibonile struggle sami.
Yeah, they've been there since day one.
Yeah, and they understand now.
And they get the vision.
Yes. Gabon.
Mr. Mo.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Before we wrap up the episode, because we've been talking, so before I actually ask like the wrap-up question, is there anything you would like to add or like ask our guest?
I just want to know where can our viewers out there get your music?
You can my music YouTube, Guinea.
YouTube.
Name it. Apple Music, Spotify.
Basically, where this podcast, where you stream this podcast, it's there.
All streaming platform.
And you can also check on the bio, on the description, on the episode descriptions. The links are there, so just click on the links to check out the catalog. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. And for bookings, you can just let them know how they can reach out in terms of bookings.
It is there as well on the bio. You can contact myself or Anoldi. Then so niggas direction.
Right.
Thank God.
It's been one interesting episode, getting to connect with you, understanding your craft, I like this, getting to sit down with like different people, and understanding
all the way
like
from Mofolo, right?
Yeah.
Like right now the West and South they are here, they are colliding, and this is all magic,
Yes.
So like this is gonna be like the wrap of question before I actually like afford you like the platform to like hit us maybe with a conclusion, maybe touch on something that you feel like we didn't touch on, during our conversation. So like you mentioned something about like also being a businesswoman, What kind of businesses are you involved in at the moment, and are they like putting food on the table too, like such vibes?
Businesses, well, currently isn't the bigger thing, is it? I was just doing promotions. Nje kakhulu uyazi umsebenzi sifuna nemali sayidini, so ama promotions nje phela side hustle. And when I touched base on my like the reason why I'm buying in business, I obviously want to have my own businesses, like pub, club, and property. Because number one, in the pub, I saw a big interest in me when it comes to hosting. So I want to have my own space. Long hambang kasha abantu ke manje.
Yeah, you want to create employment.
Yes. So kumele ke beze kimi ke manje. So those are the things engifuna ukuzachieve like a life in, and I'm coming.
You here.
Yeah.
So
Most definitely.
I am here. So yeah, that's that.
And thanks.
And day one I need to build an aim. So
it's all about steps, like.
And we wish you all the best, man.
Like all the best on your journey, hoping to like seeing more of you, in these scenes, like because we're expecting a lot, like the expectations is there, and you are the one who set the standard. It's not us, So, but keep grinding, like I like the spirit, But apart from that, it's been an honor having you on our episode, considering that this is like a new show, under our network, So don't also forget to go and check out the main shows, That's where like we come together to try and address social challenges that are there in our communities. Because at the end of the day, when we are not entertaining, there's also real life issues that are happening, So those are other things that we touch on. But apart from that, just don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. It's at The People's Podcast. And you can also send us emails on at thepeoplespodcast1754@gmail.com. And you can also visit our website to check out our blog. We actually have a blog where like we just publish our weekly newsletters and blog posts, It's at realtalkwithak.wordpress.com, But apart from that, it's been an honor, Miss Queen, having you on the show, Thank you once again.
Thank you
we are signing out
all the way.
Yeah.
For taking your time to be here,
Passion.
Yeah.
So it's a rap.